Because we're trying to empower you guys to break free from the system that's failing you and to become more self-sufficient, and then from that grow community around where you are. Okay, so lately me and Stacy have really been focused on giving you guys the real deal, right? Like, we're trying to tell you guys about the food shortages, about the processing plants that are being burned down and shut down. China just shut down Smithfield, which is the largest pork producer in America, and they have like 45 of these processing places, but this was the biggest one, and it was in California. And the Chinese own it. I don't know why America has foreign countries owning our food supply system facilities. That's a special kind of stupid, okay? But nonetheless, we do, and it does, and it has, and it is, and that's what happened. They closed that one. Right after that, I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but there was another fire at a food processing plant, right? Then we had the 10,000 cows die mysteriously, okay, and they're blaming it on the heat. I'm a farmer, live around farmers, live around a lot of beef, and never heard of that one. And we live in Missouri. It's hot and humid, boy. I told you in the last video. If you guys didn't watch that video, I did a mom update on the last video. Make sure you go watch that. Good little couple tips in there, plus you get to see Mom's place. So I've never heard of that before, cows just dying off like that. I mean, I'm sure it does happen, and the numbers seem to be suspicious. And then right after that, like yesterday, today's Monday, sheep just died, you know, like all at once, automatic, okay? So we're just trying to bring you guys this information about the food systems. You guys know the prices are up, probably 20 to 50% on some things, 100% on some other things. And the whole reason why Stacy and I, well, not the whole reason, but another part of the reason was 13 years ago, I noticed, because I had a couple businesses, and I had businesses where labor was demanded, and they didn't want to do the labor. No worky. So that's what I told Stacy. I said, I think we should get out of the city right now, find a piece of land. And then we were having other issues, like she was having some health issues, and you know, the whole system was basically killing us. And I just decided like I'd had enough of that, right? So we moved up here 13 years ago. We bought 11 acres and we paid for it for cash, right? So we didn't have any bills. And then we built our log cabin for cash, so we didn't have any bills. And then for 13 years, we were up here figuring it out. And then we started sharing it on social media so we could help you guys move your needle, right? So you can actually leave the city like we did, because we see the benefit of it, right? You guys are sitting on the other side of this camera and you guys are like thinking, man, I want to do that. You know what I mean? Like we were in our 40s when we came up here. I'm 56 now. Stacy's almost 60. And it's a lot of hard work. And I don't want you guys to be disenfranchised if you come up and you try and then you want to quit because it's hard work. And I want you to know, like every day you're going to have to cut firewood, right? Like every single day. When I didn't have this machinery, right, I really had to cut firewood every day. I had to drag it out by hand. I had to borrow a neighbor's tractor. Then I came back here and then I cut it up with the saw, and then I hand mauled every piece. Chop, 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 chop. Right? I did that for 11 years, right? So into my 50s. And then I just started thinking about, man, I'm going to get older and older, and I still can do it. And this is great for me, right? It keeps me physically fit and mentally sharp. But you can't just do that, you know, every year, year after year, day after day. You know, it wears on your joints, it wears on your body. Right? So you have to find like a happy medium. So that's what I did. I found a happy medium. I got a little small log splitter at first. I started splitting with that. It really helped out. It sped up the process, right? And then another thing you guys have to think about is once you start living off grid and you want to live this lifestyle, how are you going to make money? And we have a lot of videos on how you guys can make money living this lifestyle. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to host the Homesteading Life Conference, a conference that Stacy and I host every year in Hannibal, Missouri. And we'll have Ray Tyler there. He is a market gardener, which means he grows veggies like spinach, kale, carrots, radishes, stuff like that. Mostly like 90 days, right? Most things are 90-day turnarounds. Him and his family have made $500,000 last year, right? A little over $500,000, and just growing those veggies. So we give you all this information. We have a conference we bring you to so you guys can hear these people and their testimonies. And he's going to be there. He's going to explain the whole process to you. He has a book that he has. We'll be talking about that later on our channel. Because we're trying to empower you guys to break free from the system that's failing you and to become more self-sufficient, and then from that grow community around where you are. Now with the new Easton-made machine, I actually could do a cord of wood in less than an hour all by myself, which used to take, you know, a couple days, right? And I'm going to be selling this firewood in my community so I can make money, right? So I can, you know, pay my taxes. Some of you guys asked if we had taxes. Of course we have taxes. But from the city life, we had $6,000 a year in taxes on our house, and we had no land, just a big house. Versus when we first got up here, it's changed a little since I've been adding these buildings and stuff, but when we first got up here, it was $400 a year. So that's another thing about country living or off-grid living, is that it's inexpensive. So I'm going to do a video coming up too about the expenses of living off-grid. And I honestly can tell you, up until lately, because we've added these machines to help you know, make money on the homestead and help with my body and stuff. But this is the least expensive we've ever lived in our lives as adults, you know? And that afforded us to save all kinds of money. we're just trying to live by example, and we're showing you guys on the daily almost about how we're doing it and how it's working out for us. And we try to show you everything, the composting toilet, the poop sliding out of the bucket, the whole nine, because we truly believe this is a great lifestyle, and that the way we've progressed in America has gotten so far away from it, and now we're seeing the problems that it causes. We've seen them for a long time, but now we're really seeing them. So I'm gonna get back to cutting this wood. I just want to let you guys know that this lifestyle is possible, right? You have to do one thing at a time. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Get your systems. I did a video called The Master of One, right? So you want to pick your things, and then you want to master those, and then move on to the next thing. I actually just put out a booklet. I wasn't going to say anything in this video, but it's called The First 7 Steps, right? If you guys want to live off grid, if you want to get out of the city life, you guys can get my new little booklet I wrote. It's about 40-something pages, almost 50 pages of some of the struggles we went through and some of the top 7 things you have to do right in front of starting up your journey. So that's available at offgridwithdougandstacy.com. It's at the printer right now. It'll be here in 1 week, and then we'll get them out the door. So by the end of this month, we'll have postmarked and off to you guys. So there's my big broadcast news events for today. But I'm going to get back to cutting wood, and I just want you guys, don't be fooled by social media and what you see on YouTube, man. This is a hard life, right? But it is so rewarding, right? You guys are sedentary and you're sitting around out there and you're watching TV all the time and you're not moving that body. What are you going to get, right? You're going to get bad joints. You're going to get a bad back. You're going to get bad hips. You're going to get bad muscles. You're going to get bad stamina. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're going to get. But if you're out here cutting wood and you're out here doing the thing and you're physically active and participating in your life, right? What are you going to get? You're going to get a sharp mind. You're going to get the feeling of accomplishment. You're going to get the satisfaction of a job well done, you know? And you're going to look at things and you're going to be like, wow, man. Sometimes I look at our 11 acres and I think, here's a guy that had no carpentry skills, never grew food, was a city boy, loved the concrete jungle, and never in his life, well, I imagined it, but I never really pursued it, but I never thought that I would end up here, right? And then here we are. And we're not just surviving, we're thriving, right? Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that, right? Make sure you got the bell notifications on so they send you notifications for every video. YouTube hides us around. Sometimes they just block you off and you don't even know we're putting up videos. I've had people come and say, man, I was wondering if you guys just quit. I haven't seen videos from you in a long time. That's just because YouTube just kind of pushes us over here. And, you know, because you guys aren't actively participating and letting YouTube run your life, they just show you the stuff they want to move you on to. And then you start forgetting about all this great information for free right here for you. All right. See you guys on the next video. Be vigilant. This is a beautiful day. Today's the second really nice day, and then it's going to get really hot again. That's why they say, make hay while the sun shines.
I've been thinking I might up and leave this city. I've been praying on some simple Midwest living, homestead instead.